Well, Bob, at this point, I think we all know it is going to rain, but I guess the big question is just how much.
Yeah, and how close the system gets will determine that. So
Right.
we're watching the path and the future path of it. And it hasn't even been really claimed a tropical system yet, quite yet. So that means that it could pop up almost anywhere, right or left of where it's centered right now. And that would change the course of its path. So let's go and show you these amazing photos first, folks. Yeah, City Island, this one from Rita showing the shelf cloud rolling in. Boy, is that an intense looking storm with some very heavy rainfall rates. And that wasn't just the only one. James White getting kind of two merging together at that point. And another one, Val getting this one as well. I just want to show you those amazing shots, and they're on our Facebook page as well. Now, get a look at the tower cam showing a nice end, though. We had the heavy rain, it moved through, and then the skies cleared to make for a nice sunset. And it was spectacular, to say the least. Now, things are going to change a little bit, I think, over the upcoming nights as a result of increased moisture coming up from the south, and this associated with the flow to the east of that center, and it continues to work its way in our direction. So things are really starting to juice up here again, and we saw that this afternoon with those intense showers and storms that built up along the sea breeze front. I think we'll see similar conditions tomorrow, but a little bit more widespread due to the increased moisture availability. Now, nothing going on now. It's quiet, and we'll stay that way for the most part overnight. You may have noticed, too, we had a little bit more lightning around today. That was due to the sunshine and warm temperatures we saw in the morning, and that created enough lift in the atmosphere to give it a little bit more instability. And those storms reached high up into the atmosphere, allowing that lightning to form. We had some rain today. Rainfall estimates were really quite heavy and near the coast, not as much inland. That's good news from some of our rivers and streams inland right now, which are fairly close to Bankful. 1.9 inches of rain fell near Inglewood, also 1.5 near South Venice. Lesser amounts as you pushed up to the north. Now, this is since Saturday. To give you an idea how the ground is so saturated now, 5.6 inches there just east of Osprey on I-75, 5 inches plus near Northport and near Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda. I mentioned earlier Fort Myers and Page Field reporting 8 inches already for the month of May. And on top of that, we're expecting a lot more over the upcoming several days. This is just one model's depiction. We'll get at least 3 inches. This could be higher too, depending upon the future path and setup of our system. If we get a few bands working their way in, there certainly could be a lot more rainfall. If it moves further out to the west, then we'll get less rain here. But still, look at all the moisture. This is the water vapor imagery showing all the moisture still to the east of the center, which appears to be right here. The dry air as well to the west. That's kind of an inhibiting factor. But we are starting to see convection developing, even with inside that dry air, suggesting that it's trying to form. It's going to have a hard go of it for us for at least the next 24 hours. But once it gets into the Gulf, there's still a chance it could develop into a tropical storm, but it's less likely due to the fact there's still going to be some shear around now. It appears that there'll be more shear around. With that shear, though, it's going to push a lot of those storms to the east of the center. And you can see these are pretty clustered together, all going toward the panhandle of Florida or Louisiana or places in between. The chances, I said earlier, 90% developing over the next 5 days, 70 over the next 2 days. The water temperatures are still into the mid 80s inland here, a little bit warmer right along the possible path of the storm, but not the 90-degree temperatures that you normally see during the peak of hurricane season. So this is not going to be an intense windstorm. 74 degrees right now. It's clear skies, and today's rainfall at the Sarasota, our high today was 89 degrees. The rainfall, we didn't get as much there, but some areas, as I said, got up to quite a bit, 2.5 inches in some isolated areas. Well, the futurecast tomorrow looks okay to start the day off. We'll see some clouds mixed with some clearing at times, and then the showers and storms will once again roll in late in the afternoon, a little bit more widespread and a little bit more intense rainfall anticipated before even the arrival of what could be much more rain on Saturday and into Sunday now. Well, for boaters tomorrow, pretty good weather in the early part of the day, picking up in the afternoon with those storms rolling out into the Gulf. Temperatures will stay in the low 80s on Saturday and Sunday due to the increased cloud cover. Chances of rain very high on Saturday and Sunday. Still, a good chance for scattered storms even on Memorial Day. Jacqueline?
Okay, Bob, thank you.